is exciting. Well, Mr. Chairman, delegates, friends, family, and fellow neighbors, it is an honor to be standing here in front of you accepting your nomination for State Senator. Special thanks needs to go out to my personal cheering squad. That is my kids, Ashley and Joey, if they would stand up, please. And my very best friend, my husband, my rock, Joe. I'd also like to take a minute and thank any active military, if they would stand up, and retired military. It is because of your sacrifices and your service that I have the opportunity to stand here and be with you today. And I want to thank you. My roots run pretty deep here in Connecticut. My grandfather was a small business owner as I am. He had a great little bakery down in Meriden, Quality Bakery. Together with my grandmother, who is 98 years old, they raised 5 kids. Those kids worked together with them in the bakery. They instilled the ethics of hard work, fine morals, and noble principles. My grandparents lived the dark days of the Great Depression. They were there during Pearl Harbor. They took the lessons that they taught on those dark times and they passed it on to their children, their grandchildren, and their great-grandchildren. The lessons were very simple. Live within your means and save for a rainy day, because the rain will come. Love God and your country. You live in the best nation in the world. Respect and help others. Don't do it for yourself, do it for them. Work hard, strive to be better, and live your dreams. There will be rewards if you do so. And stand up for what you believe in. You will never be sorry. My mom and dad raised me that way. Never discouraging, always encouraging, and supporting. And of course, they are here tonight, and I want to thank my mom and dad. If you would stand up for a minute. So somehow, I don't understand it, but our state elected officials right now have lost some of these very valuable lessons that my own grandfather has taught and my parents have taught me. There's continued unrest in Hartford. Our representatives can't even get along. I don't understand how they can't see how bad it really is. We have overwhelming debt, little to no job creation in 20 years. We have businesses that are overtaxed, overburdened, overregulated, and underappreciated. Our kids are growing up and they're moving out, while our seniors are here, living out their golden years in houses that are losing value day after day. You know, those who are running our state, though, when asked, how are we going to change this, they say things like, well, there is no other way, we have to raise taxes. We cannot cut that program. Oh, we'll leave the pensions and we'll donate to them next year, or we'll pay for them next year. Or my favorite, well, that's just the way it's been done. I'm sorry, but that doesn't sit well with me. As a matter of fact, I find it unacceptable. And I would bet all of you do also. We can change this with new leadership in Hartford. Representatives that have fresh, new ideas. People like Dave and John and Cindy who want to get up there and start giving us new ideas to grow our businesses and shrink government. The current senator has been an integral part of the mess we're in right now. I'd like to pick up the phone on November 2nd and make a phone call to him and tell him it's time for retirement.
Yes. After the Michelle.
Well, Connecticut does need help, and I do have a plan. We don't have a revenue problem, folks. We have a spending problem. We need to stop spending and borrowing right away. We need to make those bold, tough decisions to consolidate and eliminate programs that do not create opportunity or take care of those who are most in need. Our towns are begging for help. We need to repeal mandates on the towns and school districts that will lower your taxes and put more money in your pockets. We've got businesses that are on their knees, barely surviving. Vin and I were just talking about business just before we walked in here. We need credits, tax credits for these businesses. We need incentives for them to grow. When they grow, they will bring jobs, and people will be able to maintain a decent standard of living. And then there's always one of my favorites, live life, less is more. A little thing my grandfather and parents taught me. Let's shrink government. The state of Connecticut should not be our largest employer. While we're at it, how about we hold some of our legislators accountable? Our legislators should not be receiving free health care and pensions. They should cut their overhead, showing you they're prepared to take the same hits that you're taking every day. You need a senator that is willing to stand up for you. Do you have that now?
No.
No, you don't. See, education is important, and I want my children, I want your children, to be able to grow and succeed. But the current senator, what is his name? Senator Meyer. He has not advocated for your schools, folks. Instead, he has stood by and he's watched. As for every dollar you send up to Hartford, on average, only 10 cents comes back to your district. When it was time for him to stand up for you, he didn't do it. Clearly, I can see, as all of you can see, that we need to cut health care costs. But it's not by creating a single-payer system. That gentleman, Senator Meyer, not only supported but voted for sustenance, Connecticut's universal health care bill. Folks, that comes with an annual $2 billion price tag. Put that on the backs of Obamacare, and was he standing up for you? No, he didn't. Now, I know how to live within a budget. I know how to react to the realities of a free market. It's clear to me that Senator Meyer has not done that. He does not know what it's like to be out there, hitting the pavement, striving to just make ends meet every day. If he had, he would have showed you when the first budget came along. Instead, he voted for $373 million in new spending while facing a $500 million deficit. Woo! That would have been a little bit of a mistake, huh? So it's obvious to me, when it came time for him to stand up for you, I see a pattern. Did he do it?
No.
No, he didn't. So as a mom and a wife and a business owner, I can no longer stand by and watch all this continue to happen. But it's really important to me for each one of you to realize I'm not being negative here. Quite the contrary, I'm being positive. We have a great opportunity. We have an opportunity to bring a new commitment to Connecticut, one built on cooperation and honesty. That change is starting right now, right here, today. Woohoo! You're going to help me. Each one of you have the opportunity to vote. We've got a lot of work ahead of us, and as your nominee, I will stand up for you. I am proud to be in the company of everybody in this room. Your passion, your desire to make change is what will drive the change we need in Hartford. We will bring balance back to Hartford. Together, we can do this. My name's Lisa Davenport. I accept your nomination, and I will stand up for you. I am Lisa Davenport,
and we approve this message.